of the greatest, highway engineers ever, president of the National Association of Highway Engineers, known to the locals as Butch Blank, otherwise known as Dwayne Blank. Nice to see you here. Thank you for your great service. And I see we have Representative Ward who's going to participate in one of the panels here, former Representative Radinovich. We did, of course, invite all of the local representatives and senators to be here. Unfortunately, they have obligations in St. Paul. Didn't need them to be here, but they're quite interested and concerned and willing to step up and cooperate and help them in any way that they can. So, the Highway Transportation Committee in Washington was indeed the most sought-after committee assignment, and I was able to use my seniority from years past to be able to get on that committee because, of course, the time has come for reauthorization of that. It's no secret our transportation system is in disrepair. Nobody needs to tell anybody here in Minnesota about the fact that bridges are falling down. And so I'm delighted to be able to be on that committee. I'm the only member of the Minnesota House and Senate in Washington who serves on that committee. And I'm delighted to be able to be on that committee. I also serve on the subcommittee on water transportation, which is, of course, of great importance to the Mississippi navigation system, and, of course, Duluth and the Great Lakes. I'm also on the subcommittee on rail transportation for the first time. And, of course, that's of great importance to us as well, including the Northern Lights Express, which would go from the Twin Cities up to Duluth, and the North Star, which, of course, will start at the big lake. My dream is to have it come at least to Brainerd, so I don't have to get in the car, hop on the train, have a cup of coffee, and read my papers, and show up at the airport and get on a plane back to D.C. So, got to have some dreams in this business too. So, one of mine is that we connect all the cities in America with rapid rail transit, and then spokes going out from there for a variety of reasons, not the least of which it would cost us less money than the continual expansion of our airports, and it has a smaller carbon footprint, and it also is safer. I also serve on the airports, the subcommittee, and aviation. And my roots go deep here in this community. I got a call here just recently. They're having an airport celebration out there. And I got a call wanting a picture of my mother and father because they were married in an airplane in 1932 at Brainerd Airport as part of a big air show and exhibition about all the potential for commercial air travel here. And my wife's father or grandfather donated the land for the airport. So we have a strong tradition and support for good, strong transportation. It's such an integral part of our ability to travel safely, to grow our businesses, to create our jobs, and have a healthy, safe, vibrant economy. Studies are done all over the world, and good, strong transportation is kind of the foundation of just about everything as it relates to jobs, business, progress, safety, and quality of life. Sometimes now it takes me longer to get from the airport to the north end of the Twin Cities than it takes me to get from there to Brainerd, because there's so much congestion. I think, over the last several decades, why the number of automobiles on the road has increased tenfold, and the number of miles of road that can be used for transportation has increased like maybe 1%. So we went from a nation projects coming up here in this area, you know, the Nisswa, the Pine River, Highway 6 through Emily. And my experience in Emily has been very real. Owning a sawmill and a pallet factory up in Emily, I can't tell you how many pallet loads we lost on the old Highway 6, you know, heading south. I mean, it was a pretty rough road. And even our own, you know, I've been active in a little township, Mission Township, and years ago I got through a resolution to pave all the roads in the township, and mine being the last one to get paved in. But while I was waiting for that road to get paved, I went through 2 front ends on my Ford pickup that I bought from the Mills brothers over here. So in some of this transportation stuff, you know, you can pay me now or you can pay me later. And not get good roads doesn't mean you're necessarily saving money. But we got a number of other great projects. We got a place and 169 and Highway 34 from Great Lakes to Akeley, and Highway 2 from Cass over to Deer River. A number of projects. Minnesota has 12,900, almost, you know, 13,000 bridges. And unfortunately, about 1,200 of them are structurally deficient in terms of disrepair. 2,500 of them are right here in Minnesota's 8th district. All our water and all our rivers. We have a much higher percentage of bridges than most congressional districts around the country, and there's several hundred of them that are structurally deficient and need a repair. It's no secret the legislature is working hard to find some bipartisan agreement to find financing to rebuild our railroads. The same is happening in Washington. We had a hearing here a while back, and we had the head of the National Chamber of Commerce, we had the head of the Labor's Union, we had the Truckers Association, we had retailers, just about anyone and everybody that is concerned about our transportation, and there was unanimous agreement. Absolutely, that's a rare thing you ever see in politics. The Democrats, Republicans, the Conservatives, the Liberals, everybody. We each have 5 minutes to question the witnesses. So when my turn came, I said, I have 3 questions I want to ask of every one of the witnesses. And I could see my colleagues groaning, saying, my God, Nolan, you only got 5 minutes. How are you going to do this? So here was my 3 questions. Number 1, is there anyone here who disagrees with the statement that our roads and bridges and transportation is in serious disrepair? Okay, no disagreement. Make a note of it, Mr. Chairman. Is there anybody here in the room who disagrees that good roads, bridges, transit, good transportation systems are an integral part of our ability to grow the economy, and create jobs, create business opportunities, have healthy, safe lives? Nobody disagrees. Thank you for making note of that, Mr. Chairman. Is there anyone here who disagrees that we need to find a way to secure new revenues in order to fix these problems? The same answer. Nobody disagrees. So here we are, 40% short of the Highway Trust Fund. What is estimated by all of these people to be necessary. And there have been a lot of proposals that have been advanced. I am one of those who is willing to consider any one and all, because I really believe in the importance of a good, strong, solid transportation system. And so with this really literally unanimous agreement on the need, on the implications, I'm hopeful that we will be able to come to some kind of a bipartisan resolution and agreement on how we can finance this. So this is not about politics and Republicans and Democrats. It's about how we grow our economy and provide safe transportation that's good for all of us here in So I want to make sure that we're all working together. I want to thank everybody for being here this morning to help advise and counsel, not just our district engineer and our highway department, but myself as well, so that I can take the messages that I will hear today to Washington to help me be a better representative of this area, cognizant of all the needs that exist and how we can go about financing and fixing them. So